Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time since I've actually sat down and filmed a video for you guys. I've just been really busy enjoying my time with baby Thean and looking after him, and of course dealing with the house renovations, and hopefully we are towards the end of that. And I'll make videos on each room and how each room has progressed once all that renovation has been completed. I do have quite a few baby videos that are just piling up that I want to film, so I thought it's about time that I come back and start filming these videos. Today's video is what I actually used in my hospital bag video for when I gave birth. I know it was a while ago, but I still think it will be helpful for some of you guys, especially those of you who are first-time mums and really don't know what to pack. I remember watching quite a few of these throughout my whole pregnancy just to give me an idea of what to pack. I did still pack more than what I needed, and I do recommend that because you'd rather have something packed that you don't need than need something and not have packed it. Bear in mind, I was hoping for a natural birth but ended up with an emergency C-section, so some of the items that I may have used had I had a natural birth I may not have used during my C-section. But there was nothing that I found that I was missing, I was lacking. So whether you're having a natural birth or a C-section, I still recommend packing some of these items. I'm also going to do one for what I actually used in my baby's hospital bag, and I'll leave it linked up here at the top. If you are interested, please go give that one a watch as well. It will be up after this one. So I'm going to film this as a react video, so I'm going to watch my video and what I packed and talk about what I actually used and didn't use. I'll put the video up here as well so that you can see what I'm seeing and you can watch the video with me. This is going to be really awkward because I'm going to be watching myself. But yeah, let's get right into the video. At the very top here I've got my maternity notes. So these are the maternity notes I've had throughout my whole pregnancy. I've taken it to every midwife appointment and they've written everything in here each appointment, and I've also got my birth plan in here. But they're my maternity notes. So yeah, it's very important to take your maternity notes with you. It is something that they ask to see as soon as you enter the hospital. They didn't really ask to see my birth plan. The only things that didn't happen in there was probably because I had an emergency C-section, but I didn't get the delayed cord clamping, and I also didn't have my husband cut the cord. They didn't offer us that. I did have skin to skin though, and that was very important for us. So let's carry on. And then we'll start with this side first. At the top here I've just taken a towel. This is a really old towel and it's a dark colour, so I thought that this would be really good for the hospital, just in case there's anything that gets on it. I won't be too upset, I can just throw this away. Yep, I did use that towel. I had a shower the day after having my C-section. It was a walk-in shower, so it was easy for me to get to, and it was during visiting hours, so when my husband had Thean to look after, I just quickly ran in and had the shower. I still had my bandages on and I showered with my bandages on, so that towel did come in handy. And then we've got a few clothes, okay? So we'll start with what I've got for hubby. I've actually packed a few things for him. So I've got flip-flops for him, a pair of underwear, t-shirt, socks. So my husband used none of that. We were in the hospital for quite a while. We were in and out of hospital actually for like 2 days, but eventually when we did stay in hospital we were in there for a long time, over 10 hours. And he did sleep some of that time and he didn't bother taking off his shoes. He was actually in scrubs, so he did skin to skin in his scrubs, so the scrubs got dirty and he just put his old top back on, the one that he was wearing when he came in, and he showered at home and changed his clothes and underwear and everything at home, so there was no need for me to pack all of that, but it was just in case he needed it, and I was glad that I took them just in case. And then these are for myself. So what I've done is I have packed a couple of pairs of pyjamas. So the first pair is like this. So it's just a button down shirt top, a couple of pair of leggings, just in case one gets dirty, and I've got another pair, but one is to wear with those pyjamas and the other one is to wear with a Longline T-shirt. And this is the Longline T-Shirt that I bought. This is meant to be in a size large, but yeah, one of those pairs of leggings are to wear with that. So I lived in those pyjamas. But I was actually in a hospital gown since having my epidural to after giving birth to Deanne. And after my shower, that's when I changed into that pyjama top. But the buttons, they would just pop open. They weren't very good. So maybe a better quality one would be better for the hospital. I didn't bother wearing the leggings. I was just in these long socks that they gave me to help with my blood circulation and that top. You have your own sort of curtained off area when you're on the ward, so I just had my curtains closed all the time so that it just felt like I was in my own room. And then the t-shirt that I mentioned, that was just a potential going home outfit. Which I didn't use in the end. I did use my next outfit that I'll just show you. That's the one I wore when I went home. So I've got those. And then possibly as my coming home outfit, if I don't want to wear the leggings and t-shirt, I've also got this maxi dress. So it's really, really long. I don't really need to wear much else with it. I do like it, and I may buy some more of these just to wear around the house. So yeah, so that's what I actually wore going home, and it was just really nice and easy to pop on. I only had to wear that one outfit. It went over my scar, didn't interfere with that, so I'm glad I went with that option rather than the leggings and the t-shirt. It was actually really hard to put leggings on because you have to bend your knees up towards your stomach, and when you've got a C-section scar, that can be quite difficult. I've then also got a robe that I'm taking with me. This is if I'm wanting to walk around the hospital. I've got something to cover myself up with so I don't feel embarrassed. I feel quite comfortable, so I'm taking that with me as well. And finally, I did actually wear that robe and I still wear it now, so that is a really good buy. For clothing, I've got another pair of pyjamas. This is an actual set, so these are the bottoms. This is the top to match. Again, similar to the black one that you saw earlier. It's just a button-down shirt, and I thought that this would be really good if I'm wanting to feed my baby. Then a button-down is a really good option. I didn't actually end up breastfeeding, but I did try quite a few times, so it was great that they were button-down tops. This grey top was actually way better than the black one because the buttons were a lot better. It didn't pop open like the black ones did. I didn't actually wear this in hospital. I wore it after I'd given birth when I'd come home. I wore it on the first night, and it just left fluff everywhere, and it didn't matter how many times I washed it, fluff would still be all over the sheets. So again, probably invest in something a little bit more expensive. So they're all I'm taking for clothing. I've also got some socks here. These are the ones with the non-slip rubber bits at the bottom. I thought these would be good for hospital if I'm wanting to walk around just around my bed, around my room. These might be really good to use. I didn't want to take any fluffy socks because I've heard that the hospitals are really, really warm, so I'm not taking any of those. The hospitals are really warm and I actually didn't need any socks. Before the actual birth, I had gone in with wearing some flip-flops, so I just wore those flip-flops throughout the whole time, and of course when I had my epidural I was kind of in bed and I didn't need to get up and out. And then when I'd had him, they'd given me some hospital socks, so I was just wearing those socks if I ever needed to get out of bed. I had those socks on. They had holes in the bottom, so then I could use them with my flip-flops as well. I do have slippers though, and they are fluffier slippers just in case, and they've got the grip at the bottom as well, the rubber bits at the bottom. I'm not sure if I'll use these, but I thought I'll take them anyway. And I'm also packing a pair of flip-flops. These are Primark's infamous 90p flip-flops, and this is so that I can wear them in the shower. Definitely recommend you take some flip-flops with you. I do still recommend that you take some flip-flops with you, but those weren't the flip-flops that I used. Like I mentioned, I went into hospital wearing a pair of flip-flops already. I just used those and went into the shower with those. The fluffy slippers I didn't wear, and they are still packaged just as they are on there. I have yet to use them. We are having laminate flooring in my new house, so hopefully I'll get some use out of them then. I've got some toiletries in here, and I'll go through what's in here. So these are all the toiletries that I'll be taking with me. I will also be taking my makeup bag. I'm just going to take my everyday makeup, so I do have a bag that contains my everyday makeup, and I'm just going to pack that bag last minute. It's on the list of last minute things to pack. I didn't use any of my makeup. I still think it's a good idea for you to have it, and we did take quite a few pictures. And of course I had no makeup on at the time, but you know, I don't care. I look back on them, they're memories, so for me I'd rather have the picture with no makeup on than not have a picture at all. So yeah, so I didn't end up putting makeup on. It was just inconvenient, to be honest. But let's have a look to see what's in this toiletries bag and see what I use from here. I'll go through what's in here. I'll just tell you a little bit about this bag. So it's a clear bag, which is great because it lets me see exactly what's inside. We've got toothbrushes in here. These are brand new toothbrushes for me and my husband. I've got a flannel. I've got some makeup wipes. To go with the toothbrushes, I've got toothpaste. This is a mini toothpaste. I've got a shower cap if I decide to have a shower and I don't want to wash my hair, then this is an option. I've got a body wash as well. I picked up some shampoo and conditioners. I've also got the Batiste dry shampoo. So if my hair's looking a little bit greasy, this is an option as well. In terms of skincare, I'm just taking these simple little travel size bottles. I've got the wash, the refreshing facial wash, and then I've also got the Kind to Skin hydrating moisturiser. And also I am taking a little Carmex lip balm, and I've heard a lip balm is a must when you're in labour because your lips get really, really dry. I've also got a cooling mist spray, and then finally in here I have the Spritz for Bits. So of all them toiletries, what I used was my toothbrush, I used the face wash, face cream, the body wash because I had a shower, and I used a shower cap. I didn't use the shampoo and conditioner because I decided not to wash my hair. I'd washed my hair quite soon before then anyway. I think I'd washed it the night before I went into hospital, so I didn't feel like I needed to use the shampoo or conditioner. I also didn't need to use the Batiste, so I didn't use that either. My husband didn't use his toothbrush because he brushed his teeth at home, and I didn't use the flannel, I didn't use the Spritz for Bits either, and neither did I use the cooling gel, the cooling spray, sorry. The Carmex I did use. That's everything that I use and didn't use. Okay, so moving on to what's in this side of the bag. So I've got quite a few of these. They are cooling pads that you can wear in your underwear just to cool the area down. So I didn't use them because I had a C-section, so I didn't find the use of using them. But if you do have a tear, these are really, really good to use, and I see a lot of people recommend that you do use them. I've also bought these Always discreet boutiques. I've heard a lot of good things about these. I've got the maternity towels. These are just the regular Boots ones. Those discreet boutique pants were amazing actually, and even though they were low rise, they were absolutely fine over my C-section. I thought they were great. They were just so easy to put on. It was really difficult to put on underwear or anything like that, so the fact that I only had that pair to put on and not bother with a pad, that was really, really nice in the early days after the C-section. And then I did move on to pads after that. I didn't see the need of using those maternity pads, to be honest. Just using the regular Always pads that I use when I have my periods, they were absolutely fine to use. I didn't bleed so heavily to the point where I needed those maternity maxi pads. So yeah, so of course everybody's different, everybody bleeds differently as well. See what's best for you, maybe get those pants, and if you need to add a pad into that, you can do that as well. And a maternity pad may be the option for you, but I was absolutely fine just with either the pants or a regular sanitary pad. I've also packed some full brief underwear, and I got these in a size medium. They are £3 from Primark. Those pants were actually a bit too tight for me, so I ended up having to buy a pack of large pants, just because I didn't want them rubbing against my C-section. You still have a stomach after you've given birth. It's just not as big as what it was before, but yeah, they were just a little bit tight. You do bleed for quite a while after having a baby. Can't be buying the discreet boutiques for that length of time because they are quite expensive. I've also packed an empty bottle. So I know that people recommend these bottles that you can wash yourself with while you're weeing, because it can sting, the wee can sting the area. So I thought I'm just going to put an empty bottle in here because an empty bottle does the same job. We didn't use the empty bottle in the end. I can't remember if my husband used it when he went to the toilet, but it's definitely something that I would recommend that you take, especially as a Muslim. It is something that we're used to using every time we go to the toilet. And then finally in this side I have little bottles that come with sterilised teats. You don't need to pack any of those bottles. They do offer you milk at the hospital and they're for free. You can ask as many times as you want to have some milk. They gave me formula every time, which was really good. I'm glad that I did that because then when I got home I didn't have to rush out to get some milk because I had these bottles left over and I had 6 bottles to feed him with before I was able to go out and get some powder. So it kind of kept me going. That transition between hospital and home ran a little bit smoother. I've also packed a bag, a plastic bag with me, just for any dirty clothes or anything like that that I need to put away. So yeah, so that's definitely recommended a laundry bag. You come out with so much laundry when you finished at the hospital, so a laundry bag does come in handy. It just means that you can keep everything separate, your clean clothes from your dirty clothes. So yeah, I think that's everything that I've packed in my hospital bag. Everything that I've packed. I do have a few last minute things to pack. I'll probably pack them in baby's bag as well as mine. I've got the charger cables already, but I do need to make sure that I take a socket with me. Of course our keys, our phones, any loose change for like vending machines or the car park. I haven't packed any bras. I've got 2 maternity bras. One I'll probably be wearing on the day and then the other one I need to pack as well. I do have a snack bag, so I need to make sure that we take our snack bag with us. It's got cereal bars in there, chocolate bars in there, biscuits, Lucozade, crisps, Pringles. So yeah, it's got quite a few goodies in there, so I need to make sure that we're taking that with me. We've also got like an empty bottle with an empty straw bottle that they do recommend that you take, so I've got one of those that I'll be taking with me as well. So that's the end of the video. Just to reiterate that the snack bag is very essential if you're having a natural birth. If you end up with an epidural, they don't let you eat anything just in case you might go in to have a C-section. So I was very hungry throughout my whole labour. I wasn't allowed to eat anything. I could drink though. I drank a lot of the Lucozade, I drank a lot of water, so it was great for me to have that bottle, and great that I packed the Lucozade as well to keep my energies up. Because I was in labour for a really long time. I was in labour for almost 2 days. So I definitely needed that Lucozade. My husband though, he was okay, he was free to have anything that he wanted. We didn't need the change for the vending machines because I'd taken so many snacks and they were all for him to have. That's everything guys, that's everything that I packed in my hospital bag and everything that I used from my hospital bag. Turns out I did use more than I remember using, so it was really good to look back at this video and see what I actually used compared to what I didn't. The things that I didn't use were only really because I had had a C-section. So it just goes to show that you can still pack all of these things whether you're having a C-section or a natural birth, and you'll still find a lot of it useful. Anyways guys, I'm going to film what I used in my baby's hospital bag next. So yeah, like I said, that will be uploaded in a week's time. Please keep an eye out on that one. Until then, take care and I'll see you next time. Bye!